Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hanwa Mate, and I'm the proud owner of a $3 million company. I know, right? I see those faces, those looks of surprise. You're probably wondering, does he really own a $3 million company? And you're probably thinking, maybe because of how he's dressed, maybe he could. But it begs the question, why is it so surprising for a young person like me to be that successful? But furthermore, how can we young people change the narrative and succeed at a young age? To answer that question, it has to do with understanding this little thing that we all have, the brain. But before then, allow me to tell you a story. Who here has ever been rejected? You walk up to that certain someone and you express your undying love for them, or you applied somewhere and the result was, I'm sorry, let's just be friends, or we're sorry to inform you that. Well, that's the story of my life, well, particularly with UWC. You see, I have a twin brother, and we both applied to UWC at the same time. We went through the interview and we did everything right. He got shortlisted and I didn't. And I was thinking, so what did I do wrong? I was charismatic, I was social, I was funny, I made people laugh. And I was like, so why wasn't I picked? That feeling deep inside, that feeling of rejection that we've all felt, of, so what can I change about myself to be accepted? Well, that was one of the hardest points in my life. And that emotion was so strong that it almost killed me. Well, not literally, but almost. But you know what I did? I picked myself up and I said, let me write them an email expressing how I really want to be a UWC student. Because at the end of the day, I was already rejected. So it wouldn't hurt. If I didn't write that email, I wouldn't be standing before you, speaking in Armenia and about what I'm speaking about. So you see, the brain has a lot to do with the way success is viewed. And it changes as we age. The adolescent mind is very interesting. It's governed by this almond-like shaped thing called the amygdala. It's that thing that your parents always come to the conclusion when you do something wrong. Oh, it's just emotions. Oh, it's just his feelings. And it governs a lot of our lives as adolescents. In contrast to that, the adult mind works very differently. It's governed by the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that is used for decision making, for ration and intelligence in that sense. The part of the brain that tells your parents, we should invest our money in this bank. So how does it link to success? In 2018, Harvard did a study, and it showed that on average in the US, companies' founders were by the age of 42 when they founded their companies. That's really old. But you know what's very interesting? Sorry for all the 42-year-olds. You know what's really interesting is that some of the biggest companies, Microsoft and Facebook, had their founders starting their company in their mere 20s, in their early 20s. And their stories are very interesting. Their stories are one of everybody believed they wouldn't make it. Everybody told them you'll never make it. And I'm sure that feeling inside of them was so strong that they would, they wouldn't continue. But we have those companies today. So I believe controlling our emotions and rising above them is what takes us a step towards success. It takes us a bit closer to achieving the goals that we have. But so how can we do it? How can we achieve this success? Well, I like to think it like this. Number one, think like mom and dad. Think about whether you should study or go to that party. I mean, some of our parents might go to that party, but that's not the point. The point is, most parents will think about studying because of the importance that it holds, aside from going to that party. Number two, create a balance. For every emotional decision that you make a rational decision. If you decided to eat ice cream because you wanted to feel your sad feelings after heartbreak, then make that decision. But the next decision should be to eat a salad because you need to exercise. And number three, do not be governed by your emotions. A lot of the time, we tend to make decisions based on how we feel. Oh, I feel tired. I feel sad. I feel. As much as they are important, feelings come and go. That's something my dad really tells me a lot. Feelings come and go, and we can't really rely on them. So we shouldn't let them govern our emotions. I don't own a $3 million company, but I would urge you, go out into the world and develop these $3 million companies of your own. Thank you.